Web professionals need a website of their own. Table of contents. Video of why web professionals need a website of their own. Are you a web professional without a website? Instagram is useful, but it is not your website. Don't build your professional house on rented land. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Your domain is part of your professional identity. Your website is your professional portfolio. Your website can build credibility. Your website gives you more control. Your website and social media should work together. What should your professional website include? 1. Home page. 2. About page. 3. Services page. 4. Portfolio. 5. Contact page. 6. Blog or resources. 7. Social media links. What happens if Instagram changes? Your website is an investment in yourself. Your website should be the destination, not an afterthought. A simple rule for web professionals. Final thoughts. Are you a web developer, designer, or website manager who relies entirely on Instagram? Learn why your professional identity should not depend on a single social media platform. Discover how owning your domain and website can strengthen your credibility, showcase your work, attract clients, build your personal brand, and give you greater control over your online presence and professional future. In this lesson, we discuss an important question for web developers, designers, and website managers. If you build and manage websites for other people, why don't you have a website of your own? Instagram can be an excellent platform for presenting your work and connecting with potential clients, but it should not become the foundation of your entire professional identity. Your website, domain, portfolio, and online presence should belong to you, not to a social media platform. Watch the video to learn why you should not put all your professional eggs in one basket, especially when the basket isn't even yours. Are you a web professional without a website? Imagine meeting a web developer who says, "I design professional websites for businesses and individuals." You ask, "What's your website?" The answer is, "I don't have one. You can find me on Instagram." That answer may immediately raise questions. If you are a web developer, web designer, WordPress specialist, or website manager, your own website is more than just another place to publish information. It can be living evidence of your professional skills. Your website can demonstrate how you handle web design, typography, navigation, responsive design, performance, accessibility, SEO, content organization, branding, security, user experience. Instead of simply telling potential clients that you can build websites, you can show them what you can do. Your website becomes your professional showroom. Instagram is useful, but it is not your website. There is nothing wrong with using Instagram professionally. In fact, Instagram can be extremely useful for web professionals. You can use it to share your latest projects, publish educational content, show before and after designs, connect with potential clients, build a following, establish your expertise, direct visitors to your website. The problem begins when Instagram becomes your only professional presence. Social media platforms are designed to keep people inside their own ecosystems. Your followers may see your content today, but tomorrow the platform's algorithm may change what they see. Your reach can change. Your content can become less visible. Platform policies can change. Features can disappear. Your account can potentially be restricted or suspended. And you have very limited control over how the platform operates. This is why Instagram should be treated as one part of your online presence, not the whole thing. Don't build your professional house on rented land. One of the simplest ways to understand this issue is to think about renting a house. If you rent a house, you can decorate it and make it comfortable. You can spend years living there. But ultimately, you don't own the property. The same principle applies to social media. You can spend years building an Instagram account. You can publish hundreds or thousands of posts. You can attract a large audience and develop a strong professional reputation. But Instagram remains Instagram. The platform is not yours. Your website is different. When you own a domain and maintain your own website, you have significantly more control over your professional identity. Don't build your entire professional house on rented land. This does not mean you should abandon social media. It means you should understand the difference between using a platform and owning your digital presence. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. There is an old expression. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. The idea is simple. If everything you have depends on one container and that container falls, you may lose everything. The same principle applies to your online presence. If your entire professional identity consists of one Instagram account, you are putting all your digital eggs in one basket. And there is an important additional problem. That basket isn't even yours. A more resilient online strategy could look like this. Your website right pointing arrow, your central professional identity Instagram right pointing arrow, visual content and audience building YouTube right pointing arrow, educational and video content LinkedIn right pointing arrow, professional networking email right pointing arrow, direct communication with your audience other platforms right pointing arrow, additional channels for discovery. Your website can serve as the central hub connecting all these channels. Your domain is part of your professional identity. A professional website usually starts with a domain. For example, instead of telling someone, "Search for me on Instagram," you can say, "Visit my website at example.com." A good domain is easier to remember, easier to communicate, and more closely associated with your professional identity. Your domain can also remain with you as your career develops. You might change your social media strategy. You might stop using one platform. You might start using another platform. You might redesign your website several times. But your domain can remain the consistent address people use to find you. That makes your domain more than a technical detail. It can become part of your personal brand. Your website is your professional portfolio. For web professionals, a portfolio is particularly important. A potential client doesn't necessarily want to hear a long explanation about how good you are at web development. They want to see evidence. Your website can provide that evidence. You can create a dedicated portfolio section containing 1. Project screenshots. 2. Descriptions of your work. 3. Technologies you used. 4. Problems you solved. 5. Results or improvements. 6. Links to live websites. 7. Client testimonials. You can also explain your approach to web development and design. For example, if you specialize in WordPress, your website could demonstrate your understanding of WordPress without simply saying, "I know WordPress." A fast, accessible, well-organized WordPress website can itself become a demonstration of your abilities. Your website can build credibility. A website does not automatically make someone a good web professional. However, a well-designed website can strengthen your credibility. Think about the difference between these two introductions. I design websites. Here's my Instagram. And I design and manage websites. Here's my website, where you can see my portfolio, services, previous projects, and contact information. The second introduction provides a more complete professional experience. A website gives visitors somewhere to learn about you on their own terms. They don't have to scroll through a social media feed to find your work. They can navigate directly to your portfolio, your services, your biography, your projects, your blog, your contact page, your testimonials, your professional credentials. This makes your online presence more structured and professional. Your website gives you more control. LELB Society on WordPress. One of the biggest advantages of having your own website is control. On a social media platform, the platform determines many aspects of the user experience. On your website, you have much greater control over your domain, your design, your navigation, your content structure, your branding, your publishing schedule, your SEO strategy, your contact methods, your analytics, your overall user experience. Of course, running a website also comes with responsibilities. You need to think about hosting, backups, updates, security, performance, and maintenance. But for someone who claims to manage websites professionally, these responsibilities should be familiar territory. The goal is not to choose between your website and Instagram. Use both. The difference is in their roles. Your website can be the home base, while social media can be the distribution network. For example, you can publish an article on your website and then create an Instagram post or reel that introduces the topic. You can publish a project on your portfolio and use Instagram to showcase selected screenshots. You can publish an educational video and use social media to attract viewers to your website. This creates a connected ecosystem rather than an isolated social media account. A simple strategy might look like this. Create on your website right pointing arrow, share on social media right pointing arrow, attract visitors right pointing arrow, build relationships right pointing arrow, convert visitors into clients or students. What should your professional website include? You don't need a complicated website with dozens of pages. A simple, fast, well-designed website can be enough. At a minimum, consider including 1. Home page. Clearly explain who you are, what you do, and who you help. 2. About page. Introduce yourself, your experience, your skills, and your professional background. 3. Services page. Explain exactly what you offer. 4. Portfolio. Show examples of your best work. 5. Contact page. Give visitors a simple way to contact you. 6. Blog or resources. Share useful information and demonstrate your knowledge. Connect your Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, or other professional accounts to your website. You don't need to make your website complicated just because you are a web professional. In many cases, simplicity is a sign of good web design. What happens if Instagram changes? This is an important question to consider. What happens if an algorithm change significantly reduces your reach? What happens if a feature you depend on disappears? What happens if your audience gradually moves to another platform? What happens if your social media strategy changes completely? If Instagram is your only professional presence, these changes can have a much greater impact on your business or career. But if your website is the center of your online identity, social media changes become less threatening. You can simply change the channels through which people discover you. Your website remains the destination. Your website is an investment in yourself. Building a website takes time and may require some financial investment. You may need to pay for a domain name, web hosting, professional tools, development, maintenance, security, backups. But these costs should be viewed as an investment in your professional identity. If you are serious about building a career in web development, design, WordPress, or website management, owning your digital home is difficult to justify avoiding. You don't need the most expensive hosting. You don't need dozens of plugins. You don't need an enormous website. You need a reliable, professional, useful, and accessible online presence that belongs to you. Your website should be the destination, not an afterthought. Instagram can help people discover you. YouTube can help people learn from you. LinkedIn can help people connect with you. But your website can bring all these pieces together. Think of your social media accounts as doors. Your website is the house. You can have many doors, but you should know where they lead. A simple rule for web professionals. If you work with websites, consider this rule. Have a website that you're proud to put your name on. Then use Instagram and other social platforms to promote it. Don't hide your professional identity behind a social media profile. Don't make potential clients search through hundreds of posts to understand what you do. And don't let a platform you don't own become the only place where your professional identity exists. Final thoughts. Instagram is a powerful communication and marketing tool, but it should not define your entire professional identity. If you are a web developer, designer, or website manager, having your own website sends an important message. You understand the value of owning and managing a digital presence. Your website can serve as your portfolio, business card, professional profile, publishing platform, and central online hub. So, don't put all your professional eggs in one basket. And remember the most important part of the metaphor. The basket isn't even yours. Use social media platforms that help you reach your audience. But build something that belongs to you. Own your domain. Build your website. Control your professional identity.